Let's do it. As the lead singer of the band Bon Jovi, my first guest has sold over 100 million records worldwide. This weekend, you can see him when he hosts Saturday Night Live. Please welcome Jon Bon Jovi.
Great, brother, great.
Thank you so much for being here.
Happy to be here.
That blows my mind. Over 100 million records worldwide. That's next to impossible. And it's like, that's enough of an accomplishment. Now you want to host Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, I'm just a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know a lot of people that have accomplished great things in their lives, and then they're most scared about hosting Saturday Night Live because it's such a different experience. What was it like? Did you bring some ideas with you?
I did. You know, I as they don't know, but we had dinner together last week. And
a romantic dinner, just you and I?
Just you and I. And a couple broads.
Yeah, I know. We brought the wives. We had a very nice time.
Very nice time.
Yeah.
But I asked you, you know, what do I do to prepare? And you said to go in there with some ideas. Mm-hmm. I went up loaded. I had great ideas. I walked in, and then, as you know, last night they hand you 50 skits.
Right.
48, 49, 50, none of my ideas. 51, I'm like, any coming? And Lauren's like, oh no, John, we're done here now.
Alfred Hitchcock runs the show now,
None of my ideas made it.
So they probably told you when they heard your ideas, great ideas, and
I thought I was a comedy writer.
Right,
you know?
right.
But I went in there, I had...
Well, give me what was an example of an idea you brought?
I was very proud of this. The law firm of Bono, Bono, and Bon Jovi.
So there's Bono from U2.
Sonny Bono.
And Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
That's a funny, I think that could be a funny idea.
Me,
and so they probably said, great idea, and then nobody wrote it.
They thought it was genius. Yeah, I saw the best acting ever on Monday morning and Tuesday morning when that was brilliant. And I'm like, you know, all puffed up, but
yeah,
not
didn't happen. Yeah. What else? Any other ideas?
I was going to do a thing. I tried to get Richie in a skit. We'd be the Blues Brothers, you know, if they're doing the dance really bad and getting heckled by the audience. You know, I'm accustomed to that. And,
you get heckled a lot on tour, yeah.
A lot of that. You know, you have. I wanted to have Aykroyd in the audience come up and, you know, knock Richie out of the picture and play harp with the band. And,
right.
Again, great idea, great idea. Nothing.
Nothing happened?
Know? So far they've got me like in a tutu and a lot of 80s hairstyles. If you ever want to see the 80s come back, folks, tune in Saturday Night
I'm sure it'll be good. I'm sure it'll be good. Now, we did get a bite to eat the other night, and I brought my wife, and you brought your wife, Dorothea. She is so cool. She's fantastic. And I didn't know this, but you guys have been married how long?
Oh, my God. 18, 19 years almost, yeah.
Wow. 18. That is... You don't hear about a lot of that in the rock and roll world. Do you know what I mean?
In rock and roll comparison, it'd be like dog years. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
That's true. I've been married a long time. There's guys, you know, in my law firm that were married as long as I've been.
Bono, exactly, yeah.
Bono, you know, yeah.
You keep pitching that idea. You're not giving up on it. Bono, and Bon Jovi.
Thing with the band. I got to pitch a hook until, you know, just beat it.
Why don't we do this? Why don't you, they won't do it there. We'll do that sketch here. Okay. Anytime you want to do it, we'll have the same audience come back. Now suddenly you don't love it so much.
No.
You mentioned Richie Sambora. I met the guy, you brought him, you guys came here once on the show. Very sweet guy, obviously amazing musician. What's going on with Richie these days? Because his life, it's almost the polar opposite. Your life, married 18 years, stability. Richie...
then comes up the little red devil.
Yeah.
Sambora's doing great. He's great. I mean, you know, he's available, he's free, he's looking, you know, he's interviewing girls out there currently.
That's a position, actually. There's a resume required, yeah.
Yeah, you know, he was in rehab, but he's out and he got out early for good behavior. You know, so he's doing good. He's out there living a pretty good life, and he was in that place where Lindsay Lohan was. So
he was in the same place.
Yeah. Rumor has it they're dating now.
Good place.
Yeah, I'll start the rumor. What the hell? Let's start that one here too.
No tabloid will pick up on that. All right, now let's talk about the band, because obviously you think about the band Bon Jovi. Everybody. Smart idea, calling it Bon Jovi. Brilliant. What do we call it? Bon Jovi? When I have a band, it'll be Conan. But we know you, and everyone knows, of course, Richie Sambora, your drummer Tico Torres. Everybody knows him. Right. Who's that other guy? Who is that? For some reason, he's the guy in the band that doesn't pop. I don't know his name.
The keyboard player.
Yeah.
David Bryan.
That's his name?
That's his name. 25 years and you don't know the keyboard player.
You had to think for a second. I saw you. I've seen him over there.
Oh, him. He's the keyboard player. He's not in the mix anyhow.
Poor Scott. It is Scott, isn't it? Maybe it's Steve. I'm not sure.
Poor
now
Dave.
I have to ask you something. You did something that really takes insane confidence. A couple of years ago, you contacted our show and you said, send Triumph the insult comic dog over to me and the guys and have him just go wild on us. Everybody in show business fears this dog. When he's on a red carpet and people see him, they literally leave the event. You called up and said, bring the dog, have him bring out his worst insults, have him rip us apart, and then you let us air it on the show. What the hell were you thinking?
Triumph, he doesn't play fair because he keeps the editing scissors. Because trust me, we had a couple of good shots in there with Triumph.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. But Triumph, no, he doesn't play fair.
With this show and Triumph is not, the insults going back and forth, which were pretty classic. I mean, wasn't it he who said about Sambora that he dated Cher when she was only in her 60s?
I think so, yeah.
If you remember, we tried to bring Triumph. We were such big fans of Triumph when he was just really starting to break. We tried to bring him to Europe. I wanted to bring him over to England. NBC, I should say the show was so damn cheap that they wouldn't fly a puppet over. You wouldn't
Those
buy
tickets are expensive.
A coach ticket for
He
a
won't
puppet?
fly coach. You know what would happen to me if I flew Triumph coach? He'd be really mad. No, well, look at this show. We're at 12:35 at night.
You're afraid of Triumph.
Yes. Yes, I am. I don't call Triumph, hey, Triumph, come rip me a new one. We'll show it on TV. That's why I'm still alive after 14 years. Let's show. We'll just show a brief clip from that moment. Let's take a look.
Let's go down memory lane. There's your first album, and there's John on the cover. Yeah. Look at you. That's right before Eddie Murphy drove by and picked you up. Richie Sambora. You're married to Heather Locklear, yes? He stoops Heather Locklear. I'm a fan.
Here with Heather Locklear, who's been kind enough to answer a few questions. A couple of questions. Okay, in the 80s, did Richie feather his pubes?
So you're acting now, you're in a vampire movie, yes?
Yes.
That's good. Finally, a role that requires you to suck. He's a great actor. Come on. Only to go down.
He's a bad guy. Bad dog. Lost Highway is in stores now, and it's a phenomenal success. John's going to be hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend with musical guest Foo Fighters, and that's going to be a great show. John, I know you're busy. Thanks so much for stopping by. You're a good man. John Bon Jovi, Ava Mendes coming up. Take a break. We'll be right back.